Hello, hello. Good Monday afternoon. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy to see you. Hope you had a great weekend and had fun. So, пока ждем всех, что вы собрались. Всем здравствуйте, хорошего понедельника. Надеюсь, у вас был хороший старт недели, и эта неделя будет успешной. А я напоминаю, меня зовут Елена, я преподаватель английского онлайн-школы AllRight, и вы смотрите серию бесплатных уроков в прямом эфире от школы AllRight английского языка. Все полезные ссылочки вы можете найти здесь в Инстаграме. В шапке профиля ссылка на бесплатный пробный урок. В сохраненных активных сторис у нас есть кружочек «Групповые занятия». Там ссылка на запись на групповые уроки до 6 человек по Zoom, начальный нулевой уровень. И также есть замечательный кружочек «Активные сохраненные сторис цены». Так как у нас есть занятия по 25-55 минут, групповые, индивидуальные, с русскоговорящим преподавателем, с носителем, с англоговорящим неносителем, то цены разные, пожалуйста, я их не помню на память, у меня не спрашивайте, либо администратором, либо на сайте, либо здесь в сохраненных сторис. И также очень советую вам подписаться на нас везде, а мы есть почти везде, я думаю. Это ВКонтакте, в ТикТоке, в Телеграме, в Ютубе, здесь в Инстаграме. И везде разная, очень полезная информация, как для тех, кто изучает английский самостоятельно, так и с преподавателем. И также хочу уточнить, что уже было проведено, сейчас скажу вам точно, так, секунду. Сегодня у нас 39-й урок для среднего уровня, поэтому уже есть 38 уроков и 40 уроков вот будет тоже начального уровня. Они все есть здесь на IGTV-канале в Инстаграме, иконка телевизора над постами. И многие уроки также есть уже и на YouTube-канале, поэтому смотрите, где вам удобно. So, hello everyone again. And today we talk about sport. So I don't know what's your attitude towards sport, whether you like it or not, but I would like to share some information about what types of sport there are and what we need to play those games or activities. And of course, to do that, I will need my cards today. So while I'm showing the cards, I will turn off the commenting so that you can see the cards clearly. Итак, кратко, да? Сегодня говорим о спорте. Буду показывать карточки, поэтому комментарии выключаю, для того, чтобы вам хорошо было видно карточки. И также напоминаю, дождитесь конца эфира, так как в конце эфира я эфир сохраню, потом перезайду, и у нас будет 5 минут с гостем. Я задам вопрос. Тот, кто первый правильно ответит, сможет попасть ко мне на 5 минут в прямой эфир и пообщаться со мной на английском языке вживую. Вот, поэтому, если вам интересно, пожалуйста, оставайтесь до конца. Так, и сейчас напишите, пожалуйста, как меня слышно, потому что соседи почему-то решили сделать ремонт именно вот во время моего прямого эфира. Я, конечно же, в AirPods, но не знаю, насколько вам слышно, не слышно дрель. Поэтому напишите, пожалуйста, вот прямо сейчас хорошо слышно или слышно все-таки шум? Вот, если быть точно, прямо сейчас они сверлят. Так, жду от вас информацию. Нормально слышно? Да, вижу thumbs up. Ну, значит, благо цивилизации, AirPods, да, все-таки перекрывают шумы от ремонта соседей. Супер. Okay, so I am... Your sound is good, but we hear some sounds. Yeah, so sorry for that. I, of course, cannot, kill all the neighbors and make it like totally silent when I'm online, but hopefully you hear me well enough. Okay, so, hopefully turning up the comments. And so today we talk about sport. And we do know that we can play outdoor and indoor sports. So outdoor, да, на улице, снаружи, indoor, в крытом помещении. So some sports are played outdoor, and for example, some sports when it's like winter, there's lots of snow, or when it's autumn and it's rainy, some sports are played indoors. And usually when we talk about sports, there's a competition, да, соревнование некоторое. And you probably know the word challenge. Очень популярные сейчас, да, challenges. И причем вот это испытание у нас вошло уже в вокабуляр у многих и даже без перевода. То есть там Instagram challenge or TikTok challenge, they're very popular. So if you're on Instagram or if you're on TikTok, probably you've noticed many and many challenges. Like you have to do something and lots of people do the same thing to get likes. So in sport, a challenge is when you have to be strenuous to do something. То есть когда нужно какие-то усилия прилагать, да, для того, чтобы достичь результата. And some types of sports are team sports. So you have to have a team. Usually there are two teams and there is a captain. So like the captain who is the leading member of the team. And for some teams, if it's a professional sport, you also need a coach. Or usually when children, for example, go to school, they have a coach when they play badminton or basketball or any other team sport. Так, okay. Guys, I'm gonna just temporarily turn on the comments. Please write in comments, do you need the translation? Напишите, пожалуйста, нужен ли перевод прям каждой карточке. Потому что мне кажется, что если вы давно меня смотрите, то спустя почти 40 уроков уже не нужен прям дословный перевод каждой карточки, но тем не менее. Нужен ли перевод прям каждой карточки? Напишите, пожалуйста. Okay, and if we talk about team sports, then first of all, I want to talk about football. So in many countries, it's like the most favorite type of sport. And usually when we talk about team sports, we talk about championships. Okay, so thank you for the comments. You say that we don't need it, most of you. Okay, so let's continue. There is a championship, and there may be different teams from like different towns or cities, and even some cities may have a couple of teams, so there is a championship between all of those teams so that they can decide which one is better. And for that, every team plays a match with another team, right? And so then we see who wins. So this is a football match you can see based on the scheme on the picture. Other team sports that we know and like to play, I guess, is volleyball. So, and then also basketball, but remember that to play basketball, you have to be really tall. So all basketball players, they're like, I don't know, maybe 2 meters high, really tall. And then you can also play tennis, but tennis, I would say, is more of an individual game rather than a team game because there are only like 2 players on every match. And talking about these games, we need certain equipment, right? So certain like balls, rackets, and things we need to play or do the sport. And usually if you want to do sport, you have to wear active wear. So active means that you're really energetic and you can do lots of stuff at the same time. And to wear means to put on some clothes. So together that makes active wear. Why is it important to play sports in an active wear? Because it is made of such material that you don't sweat a lot, you stay dry during the sport activity, and it is usually breathable. So it is better for your skin to play sport in active wear. Also, what you might need if you play tennis, for example, or badminton is a racket. So this one you need for tennis, table tennis, badminton, maybe you know some other games where you need a racket, but I can't remember right now. Anyways, to play football or basketball, you need a ball. And so to play football, you need a football, right? And then to play basketball, you need a basketball, obviously. So Why is football called football? Because you kick the ball with your foot. And then basketball is called so because you need to throw the ball into the basket. So that's kind of easy. And also to play badminton and to play tennis, you need a net. And actually you also need a net to play football because the goal, ворота, they also have a net. So for all of those, you need a net. A big one, a small one. And if we talk about some professional types of sport, then probably we need an arena, so different pronunciation is allowed, to play the game. So it's like a stadium, a huge one, where there are lots of people who can cheer and shout like, yay, my favorite team wins, or those are going to lose. So that's that. And what else do we have? We have rules, such as in football, you cannot touch the ball with your hands. But if you're a goalkeeper, вратарь, goalkeeper, then you can touch the ball with your hands. Otherwise, you should kick it with your feet. Okay, I'm not really keen on sports, so I don't know like all the rules in all the games, but I'm sure you can think of some for others. So if we have a competition, we usually have a final. So it's like the final battle where there are two teams and they fight for the victory, and one of them is going to be the winner. So the winner usually gets a prize, maybe money, like winning a lottery, so you get a prize. Or if it's the Olympics, you get a medal. So you can get a bronze, a silver, or a golden medal, depending on the place you get. Or if we're talking about football, then it's probably going to be a cup, which is funny because you drink tea from a cup and you get a cup when you win a football championship. Well, for me, at least. I don't know what's your opinion on this topic. Okay, then let's talk about some other types of sports. They're not that competitive, but still. Fitness. I think fitness right now is one of the most popular types of sport because you can do it at home. You can do it at a gym. I don't know, you can do it in the park, maybe even in the forest. So wherever you like. Then there's athletics. But this is more, I think, professional type of sport. Also, you can do hiking. So hiking is when you go somewhere where there's beautiful nature, such as a forest or a park, or maybe to the mountains, and you do a lot of difficult walking around different rigid surfaces. Okay, also you can do judo. And I think personally that this is a very good idea for both men and women. So for like girls and women to protect themselves, and for men to learn the culture of protection rather than fighting. Because I know that when you go to these types of activities, they teach you when you should actually engage in a fight. That it's not always about fighting. So there's a good temper there. And also you can do boxing. So, but for me, professional boxing is not that good because you can break a nose or any other part of the body and so on. But in terms of like a sports section or a hobby, I think it's really strenuous. Then gymnastics. This is a very beautiful type of sport, but I think it's really tough, especially for children, because you have to control your body weight, you have to be on a diet all the time, and you have to train every day for many hours. And I know that many children, they get up early to go to training before school, or they always go to training after school, so they spend lots of time on that. So I admire people who can do gymnastics very well, because I know that it's really, really difficult. Okay, then there's table tennis. In some countries, table tennis is actually, kind of a professional sport. And I think it's really cool because, if you look at it, it's not that difficult, right? So you just hit the racket, there's a little ball, there's a table. But if you do it really quickly, I think it's still challenging. Then another sport where you need a racket is badminton. Personally, I like to play badminton when I'm on a picnic or somewhere with my friends. So badminton is my type of sport game. Okay, then rugby. So rugby in America, if you know, so they actually call rugby football. То есть вот этот мяч, this ball of this particular shape, да, мяч вот именно этой формы, и в Штатах игра с этим мячом, вот они его называют футболом. And the football that we know, they call soccer. Or European football. А футбол, который мы привыкли называть футболом, да, они называют soccer или европейский футбол. Ну вот, как-то так получилось. Okay, so then bowling can be considered a sport because there are also teams who compete. Well, maybe not in like post-Soviet countries, but at least in America, definitely there are teams that play bowling. They have scores, they have team jackets with their logos on. So it's kind of a theme there. Then we have lots of types of sport connected to winter, so to say, or ice or cold. So one of them is skating, which is very beautiful, and figure skating is also a very tough, challenging, but yet very beautiful sport. And for that, you need skates. Коньки, skates. Also, you can go skiing or snowboarding. So I've never tried skiing or snowboarding in my life. I think that when I was young enough, I was kind of scared that I would look funny or I would fall, and I didn't know how to do that. But now when I'm actually not afraid, I don't have the time because you have to go somewhere where there are like mountains and snow, and now it's kind of even expensive, I would say. Then you can go sledging. So this is a budget option, I think. If you don't have the money to ski or to snowboard, you can always go sledging. Especially it's fun if you take your kids with you. Or if you're a kid, it's even more fun. Then you can play hockey. And also, when you think about this type of sport, you think about all the equipment you need because you need a helmet, you need the special jacket, the special pants, trousers, the gloves, the skates. So also it's kind of expensive, I would say, because my son wanted to play hockey. But then when we saw how much it cost, I said like, okay, if you want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 times a week, maybe we shall do this. But then he said like, no, I'm not ready to do that. Okay, so we've gone through the main types of sport. Now let's see what is your favorite. So right now in comments, you can write what is your favorite type of sport. I already told you about mine when I'm on a picnic, let's say, or somewhere out. So in comments, you can write what is your favorite type of sport. And I would like to mention some other things we can do. For example, you can rollerblade. I personally love to rollerblades, and I have rollers, or you may call them roller blades. So it's really fun. And my son also likes to do that. Then you can cycle on a bicycle. So the sport would be called cycling. You can cycle on a bicycle, or you can ride a scooter, but riding a scooter is not a sport yet. Maybe soon it will be, because now we have many electric scooters riding the town, so don't know. Okay, and in comments I can see I really enjoy badminton or chess. Yeah, I didn't mention chess because I wasn't sure you would appreciate it as sport, because it's not really an like physical activity, so to say, but still. Okay, then you can ride a skateboard also. So riding a skateboard is fun, I think. And for those of you who think it's really easy, try riding one. I assure you, it's totally difficult. Then maybe you like to play frisbee. Also a good one. Or jumping on a skipping rope. Also a good one. Okay, and I can see in comments so far you have different options. One moment. So badminton, bicycle, fitness, or you can jump on a trampoline. I know that unfortunately adults don't have many opportunities to jump on trampolines because they're usually for kids. But trust me, if you find a trampoline for adults, you're gonna have so much fun. And try doing different figures while you're like jumping and flying in the air. And if we talk about sports and different people, then we may be active, like active, let's do something. Or passive, oh no, I want to lie on the beach somewhere under the sun and sleep. So you can be active or passive. Then, while doing something, you can be slow or really fast. Slow, fast. Then you can be energetic, like lots and lots of energy. Oh, you can be exhausted, like I have no energy at all. Okay, somebody wrote, oh yeah, riding a skateboard is really hard. I've been trying, but that's not my type of sport, I guess. Well, maybe you should find an instructor. You know, sometimes if you think you can't do something, try finding somebody who can, and then maybe he or she can teach you. And then, so sport can be safe or dangerous. So even on this picture, you see that while riding a skateboard, you should wear protection, like a helmet and the gloves and everything. Or dangerous if you don't wear anything and do it crazy. Also, there are water sports. For example, you need a swimming pool, maybe a lake or a river, or the sea or the ocean if you're lucky enough. And you can go snorkeling. But remember, to go snorkeling, you need goggles. Or a mask and a tube, maybe. Also, you can go canoeing. I think it's really fun. I've never tried it, but I guess it's, it really brings up the emotion in people. Then you can go sailing. Okay, I'm sorry again, but probably you can hear my neighbors doing the renovations. So I'm sorry for that. I cannot do anything about it. So continuing talking about water sports, you can go sailing. Also expensive. Or budget. You can go fishing. So you can always go fishing, and I think it's fun when you go fishing on a boat. And just to revise by the end of this lesson, let's talk about some verbs I used today to talk about sports. So we can play sports. If we like the game, we can play again as many times as we want. So if you like something, do it again. You can walk. So if you're not allowed in terms of medical conditions to do any type of sport, you can always walk. And walking at least 10,000 steps a day will make you healthy enough. So just walk a lot. Or you can go jogging. So this is when you walk really quickly and you do it in special moves. You can find many, actually for any type of sport, you can find many videos on YouTube how to do them if you don't know or if you need help. Then you can always go running. But I personally don't like running because it hurts my knees. And just because I don't enjoy it, and I think when you do something, you should enjoy it. So find something that you find interesting and fun. Okay, but if you go running, you don't have to start first, but to win, you have to finish first. So, because many people, they can start running first, but then they don't have enough energy, and so they don't finish first, which is important, I think, if you want to win. Or you can stop doing something if you don't like it. So if you try, let's say, yoga and you don't like it, stop. Or maybe go find another instructor or another course. or another tutorial, or just do something else. So if something doesn't work out, you can always try again, as I said. But if you try really hard, it will work out. If you play football and you're a goalkeeper, you have to defend the goal. Or sometimes you have to push your limits. Okay, somebody's asking to turn off the comments. Okay, and I will. Then I will turn them back on again. So you have to push the limits to get the result. By the way, there is a competition where you have to pull the rope. There are two teams and everybody pulls on the other end of the rope. So the one who pulls the other team backwards wins. Then to throw the ball. And somebody has to catch the ball. So if you throw it, somebody has to catch it. Maybe you like to climb. To climb a mountain or to climb a wall in the activity center. So it doesn't really matter, but climbing is very, very enjoyable, I guess. Then you can ride a scooter, ride a bike. So ride rollerblades, whatever you like to ride. You can jump with a skipping rope or jump on a trampoline. You can swim. But remember, if you participate in a competition, you can lose. So somebody always loses and somebody always wins. So you can win. And maybe if you win a lot, you like to collect prizes and medals and cups and everything else. So this is it for today with sport. I'm coming back to you with comments and with the picture, so hello again. Okay, so in 3 minutes, I'm gonna save this piece and we will have 5 minutes with a guest in a new stream. Так, всем большое спасибо. На сегодня это все, был спорт. Сейчас я кратко 3 минутки отвечаю на ваши вопросы, потом перезахожу и будет 5 минут эфир с гостем. Поэтому если вы хотите посмотреть или побывать у меня в прямом эфире, пожалуйста, дождитесь и перезайдите. То есть будет новый эфир. Так, сейчас прохожусь по комментариям, потому что были и ответы на мои вопросы, и были вопросы у вас. Обычно на вопросы я отвечаю в конце эфира. Так, минутку листаю. Если у вас есть вопросы, пожалуйста, пишите в комментариях. Я пока долистаю, как раз и вы напишите. Так. Можно ли записать ребенка к вам, или он не читает, если он не читает и не пишет? Смотрите, у нас в школе занимаются дети от 4 лет, даже те, которые еще не читают и не пишут. Я новых учеников не беру, у меня полная запись, все мои постоянные ученики. У нас около 500 преподавателей, поэтому вы можете подобрать себе преподавателя на любой вкус. Как часто подобные эфиры? Каждый понедельник и среду 14:00 по Москве. Понедельник — это у нас средний и высший уровень, школьники и старше. Среда — начальный уровень или дошкольники и старше. Так. Если вам понравились уроки, но вы впервые попали, уже около 40 есть у нас здесь на IGTV канале. Заходите, пересматривайте. Будет полезно. Так. Если у нас приложение на телефон, конечно, у школы AllRight есть приложение, так и называется AllRight. Его можно скачать в Apple Store или в Google Market, или зависимо от того, какое у вас устройство. И также для всех наших учеников там есть бесплатная игра с Чарли, там, где мы учим слова, фразы и предложения. И тренируем также произношение. Так, почаще снимайте прямые эфиры. К сожалению, есть еще помимо прямых эфиров, или, к счастью, наверное, и личная жизнь, и работа. Я же еще уроки веду, да, и спать люблю. Поэтому пока так, готовиться к эфирам надо. Это же не так, что, знаете, я села перед камерой за 1 секунду и... Давайте-ка сейчас вам расскажу. Несмотря на то, что у меня 13 лет опыта, я очень ответственно отношусь к эфирам. Сколько стоят онлайн-курсы для детей 6-7 лет? У нас не зависит от возраста онлайн-курсы. У нас есть курсы групповые, индивидуальные занятия, 25-55 минут с русскоговорящими преподавателями, носителями, англоговорящими неносителями. Цены разные, поэтому здесь в Инстаграме есть сохраненный активный сторис-кружочек «Цены». Там все написано. Или же на сайте allright.com тоже все цены указаны. Так, а теперь занятия для дошкольников по понедельникам? Нет, для дошкольников по средам. Так, вы в Москве живете? Ну, смотрите, я не отвечаю на личные вопросы, где я живу. Это мое личное. Групповые, пожалуйста, с конкретными вопросами, сколько что стоит, к администраторам. Я преподаватель, не владею данной информацией. Так, хорошо, я вижу, что больше других вопросов нету, поэтому данный эфир я сохраняю. Вы его сможете скоро посмотреть также в повторе на IGTV-канале. Сейчас я перезахожу, и у нас 5 минут с гостем. Кто хочет поучаствовать, пожалуйста, перезаходите.